Okay, so we're live today with Josh. And I don't know how to reverse my camera, but there's somewhere where Jeep is right. But anyways, it's all good. And Austin, Taylor.
Jeep spare, we got the spare.
Let me make sure the volume's up, y'all. Say something.
You're supposed to have these bad boys on?
Hey, say hi. No, those are actually not.
DJ Walker on the track.
Let's do.
All right.
What is some advice? I know I cannot tell. See, hold on. We're gonna probably have a little bump in there, or a little bit. Give me just a sec. I don't want road. I don't want this. I don't want headphones. Okay. Say something.
Something. Tell me something good.
Can you look on your phone? YouTube?
Yep. What will you do?
And
you're not technology savvy.
Bro, I'm already on it. I'm on that butt like back pocket.
So do hashtag desire level and then go live to the live part. I can do it too. See if you can see mine.
Live.
Do you see it?
Yep.
Hashtag.
Can you hear it? Turn your volume up. Can you hear it? Yeah. Okay, so turn it down. Can you hear it? Yeah. Turn it down. Okay, so Josh.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us something that you would, some advice you'd give your younger self. If you could go back in time and you could tell yourself one thing, what would you tell yourself?
What? Save and don't spend. You know, like when you get older, you start thinking about everything you've done and the money that's come and went, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes out a lot faster than it comes in if you're not careful.
Do you find that the more money that you make, the more ways you can spend it?
I feel like I'm bleeding money. Absolutely. Like the more I've been making that, but I'm the kind of guy that wants to take care of everybody around me. And then sometimes you got to not be that guy. You know, you got to start thinking about yourself a little bit more, but I'm a giver.
Can't take care of other people until you take care of yourself.
That's right.
So true. And it's a hard lesson to learn because I think a lot of us in the South were raised like you always have to help others, but they very rarely say, hey, you got to take care of yourself first.
Well, you take care of everybody, and then whenever the tables are turned, it's like.
Josh Walker, who's that?
But that's another lesson, though. When you do help people, I feel like that help has to be given away forever.
That's right.
Never ever expect anything.
I say, if you ever loan anything, don't ever loan or give anything that you can't afford to do.
Exactly.
Because I don't ever expect anything to do to. You won't be let down. You know what I'm saying? Like if you expect it back, you don't get it back, you're going to be upset, maybe let down. If you give it, just consider it gone. If they give it back to you, that's a blessing, you know.
You're so wise.
Just pay it forward.
Yes.
Right.
100%. Austin, what's something that you tell your younger self?
Invest. Plan for retirement.
This is Mr. Stock Market right
Very
here.
true. But even though
Something
now
I didn't do.
is a great time too, like we are in, so like how they have the business curve or the business life cycle, we are right now in time at one of the most pivotal points in history to invest.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But the way I look at it, I mean, if I would have learned to invest at 18 rather than I'm 28 now, I mean, that's about $1.2 million I've lost.
Still a pup, though. He's still a pup, right?
But having life
$1,000,000.
changes does kind of spur that, doesn't it? Like when you're having a baby, right?
Yeah, and like Josh said, I used to just give. I bought my sister some cars. I've helped my brother here and there, and like never really focused on myself. But I had to learn to love myself first, take care of myself. And with my wife's help, now I'm a penny pincher like she is. And
That's awesome.
I mean, just save, invest. That's my mentality.
He like he's so passionate about like when he gets his mind on something. Just like the energy he puts off, it gets me so enthusiastic. Or he believes in it so much that you can't help but just want to jump on board too, you know. Yeah. And like he had me buying stocks and all kinds of stuff too. Just like I don't know anything about it, but just because he was so passionate about it, I'm like, where do I sign? What app do I download? Yeah.
Energy, I believe, is transferable.
Absolutely, man. Negativity breeds negativity. Positivity breeds positivity. The mindset, you want to be positive. Just think positive. Yes, everything's good. And if a problem comes your way, don't be upset about it. Think of it like good. You know what I mean? Like I'm fixing to learn from this so it won't happen again. and take every negative and turn it to a positive. Yeah.
The way I look at it is my biggest failures are my greatest successes in life. So we're all gonna fail, but it's if you let that failure bring you and keep you down.
They'll come back.
Truly fail.
Always greater than the setback.
Yeah.
And it's the not trying. You know what? Like when you get that feeling in your pit of your stomach, where you go, "Ooh, I'm scared." I feel like that is a sign you should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you want in life is right on the other side of being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? You don't have to see the top of the staircase to take the first step. You could just
like me and Josh were talking about this morning. We sit and talk every morning, and I mean our brains are wired to be comfortable, to keep us comfortable,
safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And when you become successful is when you really can get out of that zone of being comfortable and just pushing forward.
The awkwardness, like just doing this. This is very hard at first, but the more you do it, yeah.
Well, you ought to be a farm boy that walk up to one of these dealerships after a job who's never sold anything. You know what I mean? Like it was, it's intimidating, very uncomfortable, kind of halfway. I don't want to say embarrassing, but it's like you walk up here, they're huge dealerships, and there's all these people running around, and you're like, you don't know anybody, and you're coming in, you want to ask for a job. Probably the best decision I've ever made because I like helping people. And man, it's the 21st century, guys. You know what I mean? Like it's more transparency now. Like the name of the car salesman, quote unquote. Back then, you're thinking clip on top that guy. Come on in, I'm gonna get you the best deal. You know, y'all. The world's so transparent right now with the internet prices and everything like that. I mean, there's not. I mean, there's car salesman's name is different than it was then. You know, I mean, you really shop yourself. We're just here helping you, try to help you make the best decision. I try to teach people the things that I wish somebody would have told me when I was buying farm trucks. Knowledge is power, man. If you don't have it, then
I believe we're more like customer advocates now, which
I use it all. I use it all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I love the fact that we have to be transparent. I don't like marketing and sales part of it, but you don't have to do that. All you have to do is help people. And I think y'all both of you do an excellent job with that. So let's go to the second question, which fits perfectly. What advice would you give someone who wants to get into the car sales kind of career? Like, what would you tell them to do, and why would you tell them to get into it?
I would tell them first, before you get into this, you got to ask yourself a question. Are you all the way in, right? Because this isn't like a weekend warrior job. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be 100%. If you want to succeed, which what I love about this job is no matter how hard I worked on the farm, all the time, my dad paid me the same funky little check every month, right? Well, you get out what you put in this job. If you want to grind it out, and man, it's limitless, man. I mean, I made 6 figures last year, you know, so it's like, y'all.
Isn't that awesome? Like, and I don't have to, I don't have my college degree. I went to high school, but yeah, I mean, tell me, I have friends that have huge college debt.
But you have to be, you have to want it. You're gonna be so invested in time. I spend more time with y'all than I do my own family. 100 hours a week, and if you take a couple of days off, it'll throw your whole off. And I'm just saying, if you want to get in this business, it's so much fun. Treat it like it's your own business. You're your own boss, not really, but really, your own business side of business,
almost,
pretty much. And just be prepared for the time you have to put in time. You got to put it in to get it out. That's all I'm saying. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a lot of time, but it's just, where do you want to be in 10 years? Because you can take a job like this in 10 years and have $100,000 saved. I mean, it just all depends on how you budget, how you do your own finances. But I mean, there's guys in the U.S. that are making $500,000 selling cars. It's just, it's all about time and how much effort you put into it.
Would you say it's a hard job?
There's times it's hard. It's mentally hard. But once you get in the groove of things, I would say if you're green and you're just starting out, you would think it's a really, really hard job. But once you do it 6 months, it's like it starts to be kind of like a piece of cake.
Process.
It's just a process. You get that process down, you start going, and it's just, after that, it's endless. You learn how to advertise for yourself, marketing for yourself, really getting people in the door, and then just takes off from there.
So what would you tell someone if they were first starting off in the car sales?
Don't get discouraged.
Don't get discouraged. Don't let the first few months kind of bring you down, but learn how to utilize your social media, Facebook, YouTube.
Continually be marketing.
That's it right there. Y'all never had Facebook or any social media platform in my whole life. I thought it was, you know what I mean? What am I going to do?
And you're so good at it. You don't say it, but you are.
I don't know. But I never had it. And I was like, do I put myself out there?
Yes.
When I started this, I was like kind of uncomfortable with it. And I was like, you know what? People assume all the time. So if I don't put myself out there, they're not going to know where I'm at, what I'm doing. They're going to assume probably the worst or whatever. So I was like, look, I'm fixing just, and because I do appreciate everybody that does take time and gives me that opportunity to work for them. And I hold myself to a higher standard for each one of those individuals, you know? And then I started doing these posts, and y'all took on a life of its own. So it's been my saving grace, to be honest with you.
I don't think you really have to advertise. I think social media is just a platform that if you do really good work, your customers will give you referrals, and that's how you do it.
That's right.
You don't have to.
I mean, and I don't. So I'll have customers message me on Facebook, and they're like, "Hey, I saw the last 8 posts you sold customers, and they took picture. You took pictures with them. Hey, I want to be your next." I mean, just simple stuff like that. Me not even advertising a car, but just advertising my relationship with my customer.
I mean, key of that has to be you do have to take care. I think a lot of the bad rap that we do get in this business is because there have been some few people that didn't take care of their customers, and that does happen. But just having that open communication man,
it's key.
I can say in 2.5 years, I've only had 1 bad review.
We're all gonna have it though.
It just happens. You can't make everyone happy.
Oh no.
We don't live in a utopian society.
Thick skin too. Thick skin. Yeah. Like I had to thicken mine up because I take everything to heart. Yeah. So you know, some people. All the managers are different, right? You got every manager's got different personality. They think they might be building you up in a certain way. Their constructive criticism might be a little different than you're used to or something. Well, I take everything to heart. I'm like walking, you know, they say something like, oh, what, you know, what did I do wrong? Or I got this, and they're just trying to motivate you maybe in their own way. You know, so thicken your skin up and just roll with the punches. He's been working with mine because this dude right here really just.
That's a great point, though. I mean, I deal with a lot of people. We all know that, and a lot, 99% of the time, if someone is upset, like I show you all on social media, if you put yourself out there, you're going to have bad comments. I just want you to be prepared because you have to know those come from a place. Someone's extremely successful and very busy. They're not going to leave hateful comments on anything. So you got to figure out that that's coming from a place that person probably needs a lot more love than the average person. But you also have to know you can set boundaries, you can block them, you can ban them, all that stuff. That's healthy because you're really not going to be out there to get everybody's approval. You're not. Okay, there's going to be controversial things that you're going to have to address. So you can't win everybody, and you shouldn't want to. You just be yourself. Be true to what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to do it, make sure you follow through.
Make your yeses be yeses and your no's be no's.
Have integrity, and then everything else will fall in place. But so people that watch this, I want them to know: don't pay attention as much to the negative comments. Just know where they come from. That place that someone's hurting. Mm-hmm. And if they leave criticism, I always want to use it because, like, when we started the live thing, there's like some guy got on there, I love your show, but it's not on landscape. So I had to learn how to fix that.
Yeah, Bill Gates said, let your the worst experiences be your biggest learning lessons. You know, like the customers the bad experience or whatever bad review, whatever you get. Let that be your biggest learning lesson, and that's how you elevate your game and make sure you don't do it again, you know?
So the podcast I watched lately is Pivotal Conversations, and there was a very successful guy in there, and he said, hey, those worst comments and those horrible reviews are a chance and opportunity for you to win the most loyal customer. Because if we handle that correctly, because everybody makes mistakes, but it's how we handle those mistakes that's going to define us. And those customers that if we remedy that mistake in a really good way, they'll be our customer for life.
Yeah. And I mean, I can attest for that. Just this month, I had some negative comment from a guy on one of my Facebook posts and just killed him with kindness. I was still respectful. We got talking back and forth. And like you said, he was just going through some things. Yeah. He ended up coming by a vehicle from me.
That's awesome.
And I reached out to him yesterday.
That's awesome. And that probably wouldn't have happened if you didn't have the capacity or you got over the fear of just putting yourself out there. Because I know that's pretty awesome.
I mean, and we all go through things in life, and we all get in that mood and are hateful towards people when we shouldn't be. But it's just, we're human.
Okay, what's the biggest lesson or, biggest lesson you've learned in the car business? I guess we could.
Get back up.
Okay.
Get back up, man. You know what I mean?
Because there's going to be ups and downs the
Yeah.
whole time you're in here.
Awesome one. Yeah.
Selling cars is definitely fun, but it has its downs, and
It's
when they're down, it's
feast and
down.
famine, man.
Yeah.
Feast and famine.
So,
But get back up, man. You get knocked down. That's a lot, Porter. He's asking me about some keys. So
No, you're
I
fine.
apologize, everybody.
I mean, there was
That's
times that I made $57 on a check for a week, and if that don't
Or the AR or
demotivate
something,
you,
and
yeah.
you don't know about.
And I
Been
mean,
there.
that can kill your motivation real quick. But if you don't let it, I mean, that next week you could go making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 next week and make up for all of it.
Name another profession that you don't need a degree to make hundreds of thousands of dollars if you wanted to. Because I mean,
Man, there's not. If somebody would have told me you could do
There's
this
a
good
few
doing this,
that are legal.
No, yeah, I mean,
Watch
there's
yourself.
a few.
we're live.
I mean, truck driving.
But you
But,
still
I
have to have a
mean,
license, go to the training
yeah,
school.
well,
I
that's
can't
true.
pay. I can't get a CDL. I know. I mean, those things are awesome. By the way.
I'd love to see you try.
Which the
back
internet
in
kind of
the
makes it
truck, man.
easy too if you do e-commerce and stuff.
That's another thing.
but-
I think we're in such a great time right now. I know that people get discouraged, and I promise you, I get tired too. But right now, and just the timing of life right now, in this
It's
minute,
so
is
much
so
opportunity.
freaking amazing. You know, I mean, I don't think the car business is gonna be anything like it is a year from now.
No,
It's all about
it's
what
been changed. When I
just
got in it
anything.
to now, y'all, it's
Yeah.
changed so much from I started July 1st, 2019.
2018, okay.
And
What's the differences from let's go back.
well, I started Kia, and you're not making, you know what I mean? Like I was selling a bunch.
Did you sell the same way? Did we,
Always
I think
pretty
I
much
was
been the
more. I don't know if I sell the same. I know that I've learned more in this business, so I really maybe spend a little more time with people because then I was so green. I didn't know. I was just happy to be working, and I just tried to work hard and do what I would want somebody to do for me, right?
Mhm.
But now I've learned so much about this business, and we're going. Don't tell the managers, but I tell my customers the things that I would wish somebody would have told me a long time ago.
It's about the
I give them
relationship.
all the stuff, the ins and outs, maybe the stuff they maybe don't want you to know,
Mhm.
this, that, like the old school secrets of this,
Yeah.
that, or the other. But I'm 100% transparent, and I'm going to teach you how to build our school system. Really throws me off that our school system teaches seniors in high school history
but
and not
how to
financing
finance.
and credit building.
100%.
And then now even I heard cursive's out. So how they even gonna do their signature?
But no personal finances, none of the useful information we really need.
Right. I mean, credit. I thought credit was something where I go to Ace Hardware and charge a bag of feed. You know what I mean? Like that's what I thought credit was.
Yeah.
But there's a whole lot more to it than that. You know.
You bring a lot to the table. When a customer sees you, you teach them, and I think it might take you longer than the average person, only because you're focused on the relationship, and that's me too.
I say I'm not manager all the time.
can't
You need
make
to
a
speed up your
relationship in 2
process,
minutes,
but
you know?
I do
No.
try to build a rapport, and maybe I could sit there all day, you know, with them just because I do want to build that relationship. And I don't want to sell people just one car. And those old school salesmen maybe might try to make money on you or whatever. I'm fine with flats. I'd rather have the dealership's money, hit my bonuses, you know, and then give my customers the best deal possible. And I want to sit there and build that rapport up where I can sell them this car, put them in a great position where when they come back, they're not upside down. They've got their credit built up so they can lower their interest rate. And they're going to send their family, friends, everybody to me. And then it's going to snowball, man.
Or they could be like
Snowball
Brian
effect.
Carter. He loves you. He comes up by and talks to you
Like
forever. And he,
day.
how many cars has
3
he bought
times.
from you? 3? Yeah.
2 this month.
Yeah.
You know?
But like,
So
yeah. So
that's awesome.
So, I mean, and that's my thing. I have I've had managers in the past say, take your feelings out of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, me as a person, I can't.
the
I care
negotiating
for
part,
just
I
the
can
whole
understand
Just the
what
whole
they're saying.
process.
No, the whole
I've been
process.
told that as well.
But I'm just like, I can't do it. I care about my customers. I mean, because
Think it
I've
is
been
so.
on the other side and been right there where they're at many a times. And I've got taken advantage of when I was 18, 19 years old buying a car, and I can't take my
It
feelings
doesn't
out
feel
of it.
good. You know what I
No,
mean?
I can't take my feelings out of it.
But I think that's pivotal. It's what y'all do great. You can't be a great salesperson without that relationship.
There's something I want to tell salespeople out there too. My first day at Kia, I was like happy to have a job, right? What I do? They were like, go catch a customer. I was like, well, then what? They were like, figure it out or go home, pretty much. Throw you in the grease, you know? And that's because y'all, the turnover is so at these dealerships. And at first I was like, why do they not train us more, this, that, and the other? Well, man, you train somebody and the next month they're gone. They're in another dealership. You've invested all this time and effort, you know? So do your own training like YouTube. Man, I'm a big fan of Andy Elliott, Grant Cardone. These guys right here, man. If you don't train and you're not elevating and leveling up your game, then man, you're getting stagnant and you're not going to progress. It's about,
knowledge is key in every aspect
that's
of life,
right.
really.
It's not we're in a transition, not a transaction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We're in a relationship business, and
That's right.
Your training actually, even like I've been in it 8 years. I still continually train on so many different levels.
Every
I think
day.
we all have to. And I will say this: let's talk about this, because where you go does have a big difference. I've been at several dealerships, as y'all know, and the management crew and how the energy that they have there
Boy.
can make or break you. If you don't have someone that you can go to talk to, because y'all have each other, but so let's say someone out there in the general public may not have anybody that's in the car business. So if they want to get in this business, forming a relationship to someone who's already in it helps.
Yes.
But like you said, getting training on YouTube, just train yourself as much as you possibly can, because you might go to a dealership that doesn't have any or offer any training. We try to provide the best technology, but even we fail at times. I try to follow up with everybody, but they're going to be.
No, y'all do an
where-
amazing job
Which-
here.
You know
Like,
what I'm
I'm really
saying?
proud to.
I know me
put
and
my name
Josh
on
are
it.
really good about it, but like the newer guys that just started, we'll go grab them. Hey, you
Yeah.
need anything? You want to go through a process? You want to go through a whole deal with us? Hey, come sit with us.
Print
I
a
know
blank
we're
deal
both-
off. I do that. We do that. We try to help the new
Really?
guys because I know
We
how it
appreciate
feels.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
like
It's hard. Like
Brad-
if you don't have anybody to lean on, it's extremely hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, don't be scared. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Just put yourself out there. I know it sucks going out there catching it up. And those people, the people that give y'all look away when they're driving by you, like there's nothing over there, but they're like stretching their neck. Don't let that get you down, man.
It's okay to be afraid and scared, but just overcome it. Because I
Confidence
think
is
we
key
all,
in this business.
everybody's
That's it.
scared. And
You gotta be like, y'all took me a year to even do my first video. It was
Are you
all
serious?
pictures. It took me. I
Oh,
was
that
scared of the
makes it
camera.
about a year.
I did pictures only. I would do the
You're so good,
pictures and do the
yeah.
little post with the
That's
picture.
Y'all, okay, so
Really
can we
long
end
than
that with how do people reach you, Josh?
Pick up your phone.
Okay.
501-515-0870. But it's always best to
But on
come
your
in,
Facebook
guys.
too, yeah.
Facebook,
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. Walker's Rise is tailor made. We got a thing together.
And y'all
Austin
have a
Taylor.
website?
We do have a website. We're getting it. We have it up and running. We haven't really, y'all. It's been time management is key. We got to get it going.
It's
Josh
okay.
Walker, Austin Taylor, Walker's Rise is tailor made.
.com.
Awesome. What's your phone number?
My phone number is 501-697-5062.
Okay. And your Facebook? Same, Todd?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll put the tags at the bottom.
Yeah.
So
Put those tags
Anywho.
for us. We appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else y'all want to say?
Guys, if y'all are looking for a job, we're hiring.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
wait.
I'm gonna put the higher. No.
Can I put that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember one time I couldn't
Yes,
say
we
that.
can. Yes. And
Okay.
we are also hiring for other places.
Y'all-
Put those links in the bottom.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, this is I've been to 4 dealerships, and if you want to be somewhere where actually, man, you're treated with respect and managers
Like
care about
family.
you so much, like I'm not going to get into it, but since I've been here, I've had managers that just really care about you and your life outside of work. Just not what have you done for me lately? Are you producing? What's up? Sell. No, it's about this is right, then all this is right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anything to add, buddy?
No,
Come see us.
you took my breath away.
Okay, thank y'all both.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
so I'm gonna
Anytime.
probably edit it a little bit, maybe not much, but and then it's already on YouTube, but I'll cross share that everywhere else. Okay, and then I'll put your tags.
Awesome.
Well, you're my Shiro.
Thank y'all.
Shiro.
Shiro.
Hey, it is a lot easier. Oh my god, this is not that